Good afternoon and welcome to the latest issue of Print21, the weekly video news bulletin for the Australia and New Zealand print industry. This issue is sponsored by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest supplier of printable materials and press consumables. Australians have cast a resounding vote for political and social transformation, with climate action, gender equality and industrial relations reform in the spotlight this election. As new Prime Minister Anthony Albanese takes the helm and the ALP prepares to form government, the printing industry's peak bodies, soon to be One Voice of course, are primed and ready to lobby on the key issues impacting the print industry. After the swearing-in ceremony on Monday, the printing industry's soon-to-be merged peak associations, PVCA and TRMC, conveyed best wishes to Prime Minister Albanese and each of his currently appointed ministers. Kelly Northwood, CEO of TRMC and incoming CEO of PVCA, told Print21, we've informed them that as the combined industry body representing the largest manufacturing sector in the country, we look forward to working closely with their governments across all industry-related issues and matters of interest. Northwood noted that both the coalition and the ALP, now the government, have supportive policies across sovereign manufacturing, bringing print back to Australia, which provides opportunities for the printing industry. She also said the association will be engaging directly with the appropriate minister as soon as caucus is announced to ensure the National Skills Council reviews its removal of 5 of the 6 print apprentice categories across the industry. Print21 is coming to you from Israel this week, where HP Indigo is running its VIP customer event, Better Together. The first such event since 2019. Hundreds of printers from around the world are here in Tel Aviv, including a sizable number from Australia and New Zealand, along with representatives of local HP Indigo supplier Curry Group. HP Indigo has been presenting its portfolio of digital presses with commercial, labels, folding carton and flexible printers. All on show, presses all on show, along with its workflow solutions. One of the big news stories from this event so far is the impending move of its new 120 meters a minute digital label press, the V12, out of the factory and into beta testing. That will take about a year. It's going into 9 to 10 printers across Europe and North America. Expected to be launched onto the market end of next year. HP says the sweet spot is between jobs of between 2 kilometers and 7 kilometers. A huge sector of the label printing market. Full report on Better Together in the next issue of Print21, of course. The passing of Rod Spencer at the age of 80 in Melbourne has evoked a monumental wave of regard and tribute from the industry. Rod retired 20 years ago in 2001, but still widely recognised and remembered. Affectionately known as the Silver Fox, Rod Spencer played an outstanding industry role in his 44 years with the one company, beginning as it was then with Sellickson & Clare, the sole Heidelberg agency in the region, before it was acquired by Heidelberg itself. A key figure in the introduction of new printing technology to the Australian market during the latter half of the 20th century, he participated in and initiated many of the changes that transformed printing in Australia and New Zealand during what was one of its most tumultuous eras. Beginning, of course, with the introduction of the Heidelberg GTO in 1972, which saw the industry transform from letterpress to litho, and ending with the introduction of the Heidelberg Long Perfector, the B1 Long Perfectors, 1995 to 2000, which dominated the industry. One of the most significant industry figures of his time, his career culminated in the role of Sales and Marketing Director of Heidelberg, Australia and New Zealand. Vale Rod Spencer. That's it for this week's news. Headlines to news headlines for Print21. But now we move on to Products of the Week, sponsored by Stick-On Signs, which this week, Product of the Week, is the Massivit 3D print solution, and in particular, we're looking at the Massivit 5000. In addition to the portfolio of large volume 3D printers, it facilitates what the company says is fast production of complex large parts up to 145 centimeters by 111 centimeters by 180 centimeters. Instant curing during the print process, enabling ready-made display graphics and other products straight off the printer without the need for post-processing and almost no required support structures. That machine, the Massivit 5000, available from Stick-On Signs or through Stick-On Signs and through Graphic Art Mart. That's it for this issue of Print21, coming to you from Israel. My name is Wayne Robinson. Thanks to our sponsor Ball & Doggett. For full details on all these stories and more, go to print21.com.au.